Okay, hopefully that's working. Need to check because you never know when the technical difficulties are going to start up. Shows up on YouTube, so that's good. Let's see if audio is good. Oh, yep, sounds great. I don't have to yell when he's going poop. Okay, we are going to work with Roni, hopefully in his uh, shelter here. I gotta catch him first. I want to do a video. I was gonna just do this, and I thought, well, maybe this would be a good live video. You know, great view. Okay, let's catch this guy. We're gonna cheat by using a halter. And when I say cheat, it's because I'm going to inhibit his movement. Good boy. Thanks, buddy. I'm going to inhibit his movement by having a halter and a rope. And essentially, it's going to say to him, don't go anywhere. Okay, let's line up inside of here. And I think it just produces the best lighting. So, and I'll try to get to some questions in a bit. So I'm going to do a little bit, and then, where are you going? Back up. I'm going to do a little bit, and then I will take a break for him. Now, Roni's got, I don't know how much I can get this, stay there, get out. Let me see if I can show you guys, if he doesn't get too worried or need to sniff this thing too much. But, I can't even see the screen. He just puts his head up higher. His ear is a little dirty. I'll try not to move. Hopefully the compression from YouTube doesn't screw it up. Anyhow, it's a little bit. And I want to check his ears. I like checking my horse's ears for stuff. And so this might be the best spot. Actually, we'll just stay right here. So I want, now Roni's kind of touchy about his ears. He's sort of in between, or no, Luke's sort of in between Lina, that you've seen a million times, where I'll scratch her ears and she loves it, and he's on the other side of that. Luke's in the middle. He's like, yeah, but Roni is 100% no, no touchy, no, don't touch my ears. It bothers me. And you know, what are you gonna do? Horses get touchy. I don't do it a lot with him, and I was going to just do it quietly on my own. Um, and then I thought, well, maybe, he's not too bad, but maybe I could show a little video. I'm going to try not to really hang on to this, and I've never trained the idea of what people call ground tying. I'm not, I don't leave my horses very often, so I don't think about ground tying too much. He might think about it. He might think that the rope is tied to the ground, which is crazy talk. But I mean, I saw a picture one time where a horse was tied to a lawn chair. It's a plastic lawn chair, and the horse just stood there. They tied the horse to the lawn chair, and I thought, it's a funny picture, but if you don't need to tie them to anything, then just don't tie them to anything. Now, I'd like not to tie them to anything, but I am going to cheat a little by having the halter, so that when I do reach around and do things and he wants to evade, I might have a little bit better chance of succeeding. But this isn't to tie him or inhibit his movement outside of leaving. Don't leave. It's a pain to move the tripod and stuff. So if I wasn't doing any camera work, I think I might still have the halter just because it'll save me a bit of time as I go to reach for, oh, you got a hair in your eyeball. As I go to reach for his head, if I come up here, he will try to evade. He says, no, thank you. I might just give him a little hug, say, it's okay, kind of thing. That's, you do that right into the microphone, man, and people are going to be weirded out. So let's get started. Now, it's a touchy thing. Horses are, Roni's, he's a good boy, but he's sensitive to the top of his head and his neck, his ears. He's not so bad about his eyeballs, which is fantastic. He's pretty good about his mouth. I can touch his mouth. I can put my fingers in his mouth. So that's good. So sometimes when you're doing things, you can just come around and start checking. And, you know, I don't know, is he looking at something? Yeah. David's arrived. So, you know, you could just touch. And these are light touches. These are just, as Jim Masterson puts it, these are egg yolk touches. Just a touch. Maybe a little quieting of the eyeballs. So that when I approach his sensitive spots, he won't be too bad about it. Well, we want to check in to see if they're checking in too. Roni, do you think we should check the YouTube and make sure it's still working? I don't have an audio problem or some garbage like that. Let's just double check, buddy. Hey, let me know. Martine's here. Hello, Martine and Brenda. Hello, you two. David will be here to help moderate. Okay, actually, I'll leave it like that and just put it on pause. It's a gorgeous day here. Probably 5 to 8 degrees. In the sun, it's probably a little warmer. So I want to get to his ears. I'm not going to just reach straight out for them. I mean, I could try. I could just say, hey, can I have your ear? Can I just touch your ear? Can I play with your ear? And here is where I'll hold this lightly. And this again is light. It should slide through my hands a little, but not a lot. There, he's a little better. Oh, he says, I'm a little worried. And then a thing that we'll do by reflex, I want his head down, so I'm just going to ask for it down. This will also, you know, he knows. And so maybe we'll make him quiet again. And then I'll come up here again and just touch light. And if he's really cool about it, I'll probably just make my way down towards his withers. And you can see he's invading my space a little more and a little more, which is kind of good. So I'm going to try to ambush him a little. And I've got a hand here out of habit because sometimes I'll try to hold the nose a little. And again, if you aren't familiar with Jim Masterson, I really highly encourage you to check him out. It's got a lot of great concepts. I think some of it's witchcraft. He's a sorcerer. And you know, essentially I don't understand how he's come to some of his conclusions. Oops, I don't want you to leave. He says, can you scratch my butt or shoulders? No, I need the head still. So we're going to get to this. I know I'm chit-chatting away, but all of this is actually purposeful. I'm not talking for nothing. But the touch that we refer to, an egg yolk or a grape, or what's his other one? Tomato or something. It's a little bit harder. And what I want to do is just reassure him. That's a nice low head. I don't need it this low, so I'm actually going to ask him to put it up a little higher, and then just to touch him. And now I'm going to try to come into these ears a bit more, and he gets a little worried. So that's his threshold. I'm not going to try to push him too far past that. And I'll touch a little more and then get out. Touch a little more, a little more, a little more, and get out. And it won't be too long before I should be able to get to the inside of his ears. Now the inside of the ears are pretty worrisome. So here we'll take a pause and see if he checks in with me. He does. He's also looking because David's wandering around over there, checking things out, whatever he's up to. So Roni's going to want to look at him. Um, so here I come from the side and he doesn't like it. So we'll keep that in mind. Anyway, so light touches, touch the eye. I want his head down, 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 and then we'll try again. And we'll just keep sort of working on the ear a little bit and see if I can get him to just tolerate a light touch inside. Now Roni's doing quite well. I mean, I wasn't expecting a lot of trouble out of him, but I knew I would get some trouble out of him. There he's checking in with his nose. He's still reaching inwards. His head is still coming inwards, and this is ideal. If he was kind of going outwards, I wouldn't chase him down. I wouldn't come in here, and if he's going away, I wouldn't continue to chase him outwards. It does no good. We want him to check in and come in and say, thanks for coming in. Can you put your head down though? Yeah. Maybe my shoulder's sore, and I don't want to lift my arms up so high. Well, maybe I'm short. It doesn't matter. So now I can finally start to check and see this a little, and he's sort of saying no-ish, not a lot, but a little. There, we'll check in with him again and say, I just want to play with your ear. He says, how about the other one? Or not. Okay, I'm going to switch sides. If he's asked me to switch sides, I might switch sides. Now this is, I can see by the shape of his eyeball, and you may or may not be able to from there, but I can see a little more worry on this side. His other side seemed better. So we'll see what happens. So I'll do the same technique, and it's just light touches everywhere. I might just touch the mouth to get him to release that mouth or the jaw. Now I'm more cautious on this side, so I'm holding the rope here, so he might pick up on that from me that I'm holding. I might just kind of come around and just touch and get out before he can leave or find a way to get away from the hand touch. He might say, I'm going to leave it. And instead of that, I might just sort of sweep over that and come back over to here and say, this is just a precursor to what you actually want. So maybe I'll be quiet for a minute and just do some. So now I can let this go. I don't need the halter anymore. I don't feel like he's trying to evade. He might feel a little bit less pressure because I'm not going to hold his head in. And that's wonderful. I love a good check-in. He's seeing what my fingers smell like. Do his ears smell bad? Maybe. I don't know. So there's an ambush. I reach for the top of his head. It's an ambush, I call it. You know, instead of preparation, we do an ambush, and we just come in like that. It worries horses naturally. So I ask him to come back over. He says, okay, what do you need? I said, I just want to pot scrub you. If you guys don't pay attention to Ross Jacobs at all, what's up, buddy? He's also a good one to watch for stuff. So I actually want to go to the other side. I don't want to be on this side anymore. I've got a preference, so I'm going to switch sides. And this comes with co-grooming practices. When you see the horses out in the arena doing stuff and co-grooming, I am grooming him, and I am choosing the side that I'd like to be on to work on. So he has to tolerate that change, and I think that's okay, because I'm not going to force it, but I will keep asking. Now I just want to start to check out his ear a bit here, and he's trying to go, so stop, go a little. What's this? Feels like a little bump. Let's scratch that. That's nothing. And I'm just going to keep going. So you look like you got an itchy spot around here. Says, I gotta go poop. He's pooping. So I don't know. Oh, there we got it. So he might be a little particular about me pulling his ear hair. So I might not do too much. Now, another technique I might think about is to have my arm up and under here. It's a little confining, but it can help them sort of stay with you as you sort of pocket them in. That's good. Ooh, it's a little crunchy in there. Now, I've said this before, I want to bring the ear down. Now, Roni's leaning into me, so you guys might not be able to see this so well. So I'll change the angle, or I'll just change. Actually, I'd rather him be over here. So let's bring the camera over this way. Stay here, Roni. Stay here, buddy. We're going to get, hopefully, a better angle. I guess I should look at the screen and see what the heck it looks like. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. So when I've ambushed him again, so I'll prep him and then I'll come in. And I'm just going to have my hand over the top of the ear. And when I do scratch, it's going to be down like that. He's a little crunchy in there. So it's good that I finally get around to doing this. I touch the eye and then I'll come up. So let's get back to where we were. Hopefully I can do this. Now that I had such a good thing going. Yeah, everybody's moving and shuffling around out there, so his attention is off. So I'll try again. There we go. Okay. Now we're a little low, sorry, but I'm just going to give some light scratches in there and just see what's in there. He checks in again. He's like, well, can you do something else? Nope, Roni, I can't. Right now it's ear work. So there. Let's get a little bit more. It's a little crunchy. He says, stop it. But he's not really evading. We're not having a big argument. I don't have to hang on to the halter so much. I just want to sort of check out a little bit. And I'm just getting a couple of little crunchies out of there. I'm just checking the ears, ear wax kind of thing, and bits of sand that sort of build up in there. I know that was a lot. You went in and evaded before I could get out. So I was late. There would have been a good case for me to have stopped before he evaded. But he's not overly worried. You can see his eye is quite relaxed. The sun is in it, so that's going to help him have a smaller eyeball there. And we just keep bugging him, but never kind of going up, up, up too much. You come in if you want to. Everybody knows you're here. I told the whole world.
Are you live?
Yeah, I want to do something on Roni's ears. And so anyway, so with David coming in, it's a little more stimulus. So I'll just do the outside a little bit maybe. Since he's getting so good with the inside, I can work on the outside a bit. So just trying to get his ears a little cleaner, a little more. And it's a little much. I'll wait till he comes back, so I won't drag him over. Hey, friend. So we're still working on the left ear. And he's got an idea of what he'd rather be doing, which is probably not having his ears played with. The goal isn't to, overwhelm him or flood him. There, he'll get out just a little bit, hopefully before he wanted to leave. I might even back up a smidge. I might just take a short break here. Maybe we'll check questions. I'll hold on to the lead rope so he doesn't just wander off on me, but you know. There's a huge shadow in the way. Okay, let's switch angles. Stay there, Roni. Stay in there. There, good boy. Okay. So let's see. Oh, we have 15 people here at the moment. Okay. Ida's here. Hello, Ida. Dogs don't like it either. I don't even know if humans like it. Imagine if somebody started cleaning out your ears. Come here. Give me your ear. Do you clean the inside of the ear, says Martine. Sort of. I don't do a lot of cleaning. I don't think it needs a lot of cleaning. Just a bit here and there. Olives is here. Hello, Olives. And Carolyn. Hello, Carolyn. And there is a lot of trust, and so we can't destroy that trust. I've talked about twitches in the past. Talked about using methods that some people claim are really good or really effective. I don't know about really good, but really effective to get a horse to listen or to do things that they don't want. So, you know, there's plenty of people that will shave the inside of their horse's ears and they get it done by, come on, don't worry about that, whatever's going on. They get it done because they can twitch the nose and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to get out before he leaves. I didn't get very much done, but I might as well practice what I preach. A little more scratch-ins. I'm going to pay real close attention to him. He avoided. So, let's keep practicing. Come here, buddy. I know. There's just this one little thing that's really bugging me. I'll hold his ear a little this time. I'll show you guys what happens when you just go too far. You just kind of hold and hold and hold. And it doesn't do anything. So good. Like it doesn't, it's not a promotion of what, oh, I see what your problem is. Okay, come over this way a little. Because Roni's pooped in here, he doesn't want to step in his own poop. And so we're just going to come off to the side of that a little. Move that over there a bit. I'll put this back down. He's still coming to check in. We could probably give him a hug. Tell him he's a good boy. Rub both eyes. And get a little more done. There's an ambush that didn't bother him. So that's good. There's another ambush. Doesn't bother him. He's checking in. Ooh. I'll give him a second, see what he does. Checks in again. So I might rub. And then I'll come back to that ear. Say, hey, can I just play a little bit more? Not much. We don't have much more. I want to do the other ear before we all get totally bored of me playing with horse ears. Let's ambush him again. Come in. And sometimes there's something to be said for being a little forward when you feel like you can get something. That takes practice. There's something quick. Rub. I think we're almost done with this one. I'm just going to do the outside a bit more. And just feel for how is his ear floppy? You know, does it feel like he kind of moves around okay? Does he really fight it much? Is he just looking around? Stuff like that. So there's an ambush. The horses don't like it. No, not unless your name is Lina. And then you love it. There's a little scratch. And he's reaching all the way. I'm actually leaning back. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, I'm going to switch sides. Stay there, buddy. That's our Roni's not so good side. Not as good side. So we're starting from scratch, I would say. I'd like to get this job done without a halter, but as I said, we've got to cheat a little to make it go quicker and more efficient and hopefully a little more success. Hello, friend. So I'm just rubbing his withers a little bit. I'll let him sniff my hand or put his hand or his nose in my hand. Just wait. You guys can probably notice when David shuffles around because Roni notices. Any good questions in there or what?
They just disappeared.
Yeah, they show up and then disappear. You have to just scroll a little. Just one finger. And they'll show up again. It's a weird interface. Everybody's shedding, so I expect to be quite light brown by the end of this. Okay, so I'm going to, this time I'm just going to hold on to the halter a little bit. It's another sort of technique that can be used. Not a lot. If your hand is in here, don't lock it in here. Don't hold on to here, you know, unless you really got to get something done. He's going to be resistant. I've never seen Roni try to chew on a finger before. What are you doing, man? It's my finger. What a goof. But I might let him just play a little. Okay, so let's come on over here again. And we're going to just start on the forehead a little bit, over the eye, over the ear, and out. And that might be a good start. on the forehead, the eye, over the ear, and out. He says, what is happening? Come here. I don't want to go to the other side. There, I might play a little bit more if I feel like he's going to stay. I'll watch his eye. That's not bad. I'm going to push his ear forward a little. He says, how about the other side? My shoulder and butt is itchy. Hello? Come here. I know, squirrels everywhere. Lina's looking. There's probably a deer, actually. Let's take a look. We don't see anything. Now we're all looking. Lina's looking. Roni's looking. David's looking. I'm looking. Nothing large and furry.
Other than horses.
Stay there, buddy. Stay there. Yeah, I don't see anything either. Okay, move over. Back over to where you were. Not backwards, just over to the side of them. Come over here. Okay, so there's something to be said for just letting them check things out and being patient. So if you're going to do a job like this, make sure to set aside the time for it. Waiting on you, buddy. But he's got to make sure to stay alive. So while he's doing this, I might just scratch his withers and let him know I'm here. A little bit of stimuli. Lina's looking. Is Romeo looking? Yeah, Romeo's looking. There's definitely deer over there somewhere. Gracie's looking, Rue's looking. So there's something over there. So we'll just be patient. The ears of the horse are a pretty sensitive thing. Obviously, they use them a lot. And they know it. So they want to keep them in good shape. But we have to be able to inspect them. We have to be able to do any medical care that we might need to do one day. Okay, can you pay attention to me now? There's nothing over there. Nothing important. Okay, so halter down, or lead rope down. And we'll come in here and ambush a little. Sort of grab his attention. Because we've all determined that there's nothing exciting going on over there. Lina started to eat again. And so we're just going to keep working on a little bit of combination of reassurance and ambushing. There we go. We're getting a little better. Getting a little better. He still is just, what's over there? Nothing, Roni. There's nothing over there. Yeah. I know. Forward, not backwards. Not towards me either. Move over. So I'm just going to put my finger in his side a little to give a little pressure to move over. And just say, don't snug up to me too much, just in case. Oh, there is a deer. Over behind the camper. Yeah. All right. Just a deer, buddy. So I'll run a reach. And the problem that Roni's going to have is that he's going to be concentrating on two things, or need to concentrate on two things at once. Me, which is a lot of trouble, and some deer that's going to come over and eat him and take his other ear out, or eat his eyeballs, or whatever he thinks is going to happen. So from this side, I might hassle his other ear. Just remind him it's okay. I don't want a high head. I definitely don't want to chase him all the way up. So I'll just keep on asking him to sort of check in down here. I haven't even made it to the inside of the ear yet, so we've got a little bit to go.
Carolyn has a question for you.
Oh, fantastic.
Let me bring it up. Fade back out quick.
Mm-hmm.
Checking for abnormal growth, or bumps, or grit, or bugs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Carolyn asks, am I checking for bugs, bumps, and grit? The answer is yes. I'm not really checking for bugs. It's quite unusual unless you have fleas. You might get ticks, but fleas are a little bit more common, but they might not be in the ears. You'd find them more in other spots. Ticks are something that would live in the ear and they'd have to be taken out appropriately. But we don't really get those much here. It's very unusual to see ticks. I don't think I've seen any actually. Actually, no, I think I saw one. Luke had one, and he'd come from another place. There we go. We got inside the ear. And he says, that's a lot. Now, the lead rope, again, is very loosely in my fingers. It's going to slide, but it does have a tiny bit of friction. So I'm just got to keep it up. Oh, Lena started to move fast. Deer just took off. So, prey animals. Oh, there he goes. Maybe the neighbor's dog is out. I'd turn the camera, but you guys would never see it. It's way off in the bushes. So we'll just keep it on this gorgeous horse here. Okay, let's keep on going. Now, there will be a time when Roni will just be out of patience for me. He just will not tolerate anymore. So I think we're getting closer to that. I don't know how much more I want to do, but I do want to reach the inside of the ear. So I'm going to apply a little more pressure and just get in and get out. Get something with extra pressure. And as you can see, there's no real strong rules. There's all a bunch of rules that you sort of apply over a bit, and then you apply a different set of rules. There's a check-in. I might hug them. I might hold them here. So it's a safe place to be. He wants to go look again. Oh yeah, there's a deer there. So not the most optimal time to be working on something that's sensitive, as he would like to pay attention to something else. I'm not going to chase him over there. I'm going to ask him over with the lead rope. Now, having his head come into my hand is definitely not going to be something that he will approve of. So I'd rather have his head come over and then I'd reach. Some might say he's getting worse. You are getting worse, Roni. Head down. I know. I can see the deer too, but it's just a deer. There I might just scratch him on the mane. I just can't make it to the ear at the moment. There he's blinking. His eyes are getting a little droopy. He's actually a little happier with that. I'll make it my way forward a bit. There's some more movement of the eye. I'll probably leave on that, where he sort of found a way to relax. Might rub this eye a little. Just say, I'm here for safety, just because I'm playing with your ear. It's no big deal.
Brenda has a question.
Oh, Brenda has a question, David says.
He asks, can you tell if he misses Ruli?
Can I tell if Roni misses Ruli?
And if so, what signs does he show that he misses her?
I'd say that he probably does look for her. I don't know about missing per se. I think that's a feeling that I don't know if I could properly determine. If you chew on my hand, I'll chew on your ear. What do we do about that? I'm just going to hold him in a little here. It's quite interesting that he would play with my hand a little. I've never seen Roni play with anybody's hands other than to lick salt off or something. So let's keep trying. I'll keep my hand here though, actually. Out of instinct. Just rub. I don't know what he wants, so. He's probably saying, no, get out of here, man. Stop working with my ear. You suck. Sometimes they'll play with your hands to get you to do something to them, scratches or something. And so he could be talking and being a little bit noisy. I'll scratch my own face, see what he thinks of that. I don't know. So does he miss Ruli? Yeah, probably. He definitely looks around. He definitely checks to see. That would be sort of the indications I would expect. Roni, are you almost done with me? It feels like it. It feels like I've gone a bit far, maybe. Forward. Because he's gone backwards. I would like him to come back forward. But I'd also like him to position himself back sort of where I had him, off to the side more. Because he goes backwards, I'll just keep asking. A push to the side means go to the side, like if I was side passing or something while riding. Now he's working hard to switch sides. He's working very hard to respectfully switch sides. And guaranteed, given the option, he would take his head and go that way. So I'll just work on him forward like this. I don't have to be on his side unless he gives it like that. Take what I can get sometimes. But I would like to touch your right ear a little bit more, buddy. I know, I don't have to work on this nearly enough, but consistency will get us there. There it is. That's what Roni usually does. That is a big, thick tongue he's got going on. I'm going to rub him with his own saliva. So I might just get a tiny bit more here. I might just rub and get in and get out. And maybe I won't get that far at the moment. And I'll just come in and come over, up and over, make it to the withers. Come back, he reaches, I go up and over to the withers. And my goal is that he stays with me like that as I go up and over to the withers. And he doesn't try to avoid. I'm going to try both ears in a second. I'm just going to, as he reaches in, I'll go with him. And up and over. That's pretty good. With any luck, I can get both ears. Yeah, see, it's a little more tough. It's too much. He says, one ear at a time, man. It's repetitive work. How about the eyeballs? Eyeballs are good. Get out, touch the ears. Now I'm staring at him a lot, and I want to talk about eye contact a little bit as well. If I were to sort of look away and do this, I might have a bit more luck. See, I don't stare at him, so he might think to kind of come in a little. Nope, not forward. That's good. Or he might do the same thing. Something to check out, play with. Well, the other side. Make my way around. This side's fantastic. Not an inch does he move. In fact, if anything, he's kind of coming down and relaxing. So I'm going to try to get both ears from this side. And we can see how horses can be very much one-sided. There's both ears held. Let's do it again. Both ears held. I'm going to try two hands. Both ears, both hands held. So switch sides. I might rub his mane a little, and then we'll stop. Give him a second to think or ask for more. Who knows? See what he does. Jays are noisy. I don't know if the microphone's picking them up. They're everywhere.
I heard the woodpecker
Oh, the woodpecker.
on the metal.
Tapping away at the telephone pole. Roni stays close. So here, I'm going to stop cheating. This will be sort of the next phase of this. I'm going to take off the halter and just drop it and see if he wants to leave, which he does. Personally, I think he is going to, yeah, I can take that, thanks. Come back, especially if I sort of get quiet over here and just listen to the birds or something. But I think he'll come back for shoulders or butt. And that would be a good thing. I could even clue him in that I'm ready to groom a different spot. I could come over and just give a light scratch. He had a little sigh there. So I might come back over here. And if you can get something done with a horse and end off without a halter, without the extra sort of cheat or the pressure, it's fantastic. I might ask him again if he wants to come over. I might just come in at the shoulder. light scratch. And there's a reach for him. He might just be hungry. Let's change positions. See if he cares about the position that I'm in. If he would come around or do anything. Or if he's just hungry and he doesn't care at all. I might clue him in. He's just eating. So he might be so uncaring as just whatever. Back over here. It's better lighting. That's going to be a little wonky. Let's come over this way a bit more. And so that's kind of ear cleaning or ear touching. Sort of how I would approach it. And I'll probably bug them later a little bit more. Get a little bit more done. The deer was the X factor. If we think about, what could influence it to go be a little bit harder. That would be it. Okay. What have we got? Dan is here. Hello, Dan. Julian is here. The weather looks great. It is the most gorgeous day ever. We've got a beautiful day today. So yeah, we're going to be getting all kinds of things done today. Let's see what else we got. Chris is here. Hello, Chris. Ida says, I'd asked this earlier. Some horses don't like stepping in their own poop or any poop. Some horses like it. Some horses don't. Roni's definitely not a poop stepper, but Lina is, Luke is, Ohana is, Gracie is not, Rue is not much. Actually, he probably doesn't at all. No, Rue doesn't at all. Really didn't care. Peggy did, or does. Yeah. Some horses do, some don't. I like the ones that do care. Blorfnik is here. Hopefully I got that right. Yeah, back to Brenda's question whether he misses Ruli. Possibly. And yeah, Carolyn's question, just to come back to that briefly. I am looking for bits of dirt and grit and extra ear wax. Ticks will go in the ear. Fleas tend not to, but you can sometimes find them in there. None of my horses have bug problems. Indications of that will be a shaking head, a lot of shaking, a lot of rubbing. None of my horses exhibit that. I just want to check his ears and get him steadily better. He's up here for the secondary purpose of me paying more and more attention to him, as I've sort of left him off to the side doing all kinds of other stuff. Carolyn says, so much sweetness between you two. Caring and nurturing and giving him pressure, release, and gently checking. Really nice to watch and see. Giving him some release is so patient and kind. Thanks. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't want to fight with horses. I mean, to try to do too much. I mean, I could probably pressure him into it more and more, but I have a feeling I would, or I don't just have a feeling, I know for a fact he would just evade more and more, and I'd get into a bigger sort of argument. So the more I can convince him that I'm his best friend, the better. And best friends don't pin you down and put chains on you and tie you to posts and stuff like that. Anna's here from Sweden. Hello, Anna. Hello, Rick. Yes, glad you caught a live stream. It has been a while. Martine says he's a smart horse. Roni is a smart horse. When he's giving everybody a nose bump, did he do that? Yeah, I guess he did come to the camera, didn't he? So Let's see. Martine says there's some severe clusters of equine rhinopneumonia with neurological disorders in parts of Europe. Holy cow, that sounds terrible. If I didn't know better, I'd say Roni's poked a hole in that hay bag. All right. Let's see. Penny's here. Hello, Penny. Is he gonna get carrot or apple? Give him a carrot or apple, which is just in the small barn. He'd love to, he says.
I'd love to.
Yeah, there's a couple of carrots for sure. We could probably hand out. So David's gonna give a demonstration of carrot feeding.
Feeding the lips.
Feed the lips, not the teeth. Exactly. Shirley's here. Hello, Shirley. Yeah, and so now with no halter on, I'm not gonna bug his ears so much. I mean, I'm just gonna, hello, good friend. I might just, so David's got carrots coming. Look at that, I lost him. I've lost him, he's gone. Carrots over bros, man. He's no fool. Okay, so David's gonna not use the fence for protection. And we're gonna have a bonus material starring David. So that's simple as it gets. And the rule I always say is we feed the lips, not the teeth. So when they come in, they have to reach for that carrot with their lips. And he did. He's a very gentle sort, very gentle, kind horse, and he always reaches with his lips. And that's it. He gets a whole carrot. That's it, buddy. You don't want to over carrot you. You're orange enough as it is. So we're done working with the ears. The techniques are faster, slower, you know, softer. A balance between sort of providing that pressure, that extra, you know, undesirable ear scratching. In his mind, it's undesirable. Whereas if we were to go to Lina, so we'll switch to Lina briefly here, and who is currently rubbing. I'm gonna come out the gate. Actually, I don't want to go underneath the fence. It's a pain in the butt with the tripod. Let me out. Later, buddy. Oh. Okay. So we'll go over to Lina here, and I'll show you the difference and where I would like Roni to be, but just haven't really kept at it. So Lina's here. We've already given the indication that we might give carrots. So I'm going to come over. Lina, you're a little too far forward now, you silly. Try not to flick the fence. And so here, Lina, can you back up just a smidge? Thanks. Holy cow. So with Lina, I can ambush her, no problem. I can grab her ears with both hands. I can touch here, there, everywhere. She enjoys it. I'm going to scoot the top of her ear first, and then I'm going to come in and just, and then when she's had enough, she'll move away, or if she wants less rough, then I'll know, and I might even reach in just a little bit. More? What are we doing? She says that's enough of that here. Maybe I can bring you guys up and over. There we go. And we'll do the other ear. And you can see how horses can be. They don't all have to be ear shy. Somebody braided your mane. And you can see we'll put the ear down. We want this stuff to come out of the ear. And I'm really kind of reaching in there, and it's just a light scrubbins. And she's having a think about that, staying real close. And that's enough. that's plenty. We'll get the outside done as well. Whoops, sorry, that's probably loud. Um, and then we're done. Ears everywhere. More? No? She says shoulder, man. Okay, I'm going to finish off on that. We do have about a cajillion things to get done today. But that is ears. So you can see there that Lina's much kinder or more used to it or happier with it, and Roni just hasn't got used to it yet. Penny says hello.
Hi there.
It's over bros. It's funny, right? Olive says hello.
Hello, hello.
David says hello back. I don't know if the mic picks him up. So Shirley says patience and gentleness worked for me. And she says he's a good boy. Okay, so that's going to be it for now. Hopefully that's been a little bit useful for anybody that's thinking about playing with their horse's ears or any part of them that they don't like to be played with. That's how I would kind of get it done. And yeah, I don't know if I'd necessarily have needed a halter with Roni, but I took the precaution of sort of cheating with that. And it worked out well. So she's just waiting. She's so patient. She says, when are you going to start scratching? You've done my ears. Time to work on the rest. Julian says hello. Everybody's saying hello to David. Yes, he is here to play with horses as well. Oops, what's going on? Okay, we're going to end that there, everybody. Thanks for coming on in. If you came in late, check out the beginning, I suppose, where I talk a little bit about the start of it. Oh, geez. I don't have a lot of space here. Very little space. I'm against the wall, literally. I'm against the wall. Here's me. Here's me, and here's Lina. So, what the heck? If you guys want to stick around for a minor butt scratchings for Lina, you can. If not, I hope you guys have a great day. A fantastic and wonderful day for all. Lina's having a wonderful day. It's a gorgeous morning here. We've got all kinds of things that we're hoping to do in this weather. And playing around with horses is one of them. Trimming, training, probably some riding. Yeah. Oh yes, it's nighttime for Martine, so good night, Martine. And see you in the next one. A video coming out hopefully a little later. I talk about the arena because it is a common question on how it was built and what's to think about. And so hopefully that'll be interesting too. And I kind of catch everybody up on what's going on around here because obviously Roni's paddock looks a little bit different than it did in the last video. So fun times, very busy. All right, everybody, that's it. Yeah, it's shedding season. Okay, I'm gonna shut down for now. Goodness, she's still moving in. I don't have any space, see? Oh, that's another actually. One of the questions I get a lot is whether or not it's dangerous to stand behind a horse. And by default, it can be. I would say there's a very good chance that, you know, it's safer to not. I've never seen Lina kick anybody, so I feel very comfortable being here. I'm not worried at all. The biggest thing that I worry about being behind a horse is actually their tail when there's flies and stuff, because that thing is literally like a whip. When it hits, it hurts. And so that's one of the things that I think about for being behind a horse, and especially Lina. But another horse, you know, I might be more cautious. And I did a video, I showed a video where, you know, if you're touching and they know you're there and you're not going to surprise them, or, you know, most horses are pretty good with you being around. If you can't be, you know, anywhere around here and they're giving adverse reactions, there's a decent chance that being back here is going to worry them. So be cautious in regards to all of their behaviors if their head goes up stuff, but for the most part, yeah, no problem. Okay, that's it for now, guys. Thank you everybody for coming in. I'm going to try to get all this hair off of me and then move on with the day. So see you guys in the next video.